Schunkner Prologue, the last transmission, 5 pages. Thus. March 24th, 2024, over the Pacific Ocean. Flight 828's final radio call. Mayday, this is Pacific Atlantic 828. We have a passenger who doesn't... Static. Whoosh. Air traffic control watches the Boeing 787 and vanish mid-radar sweep. One controller swears the blip to split into 2 planes before disappearing. Success. Part 1. The Phantom Plane. 15 pages. 6 hours later. Wreckage found. Search teams discover intact seats with snow bodies. Just pools of mercury-like liquid. The black box recording now plays backward and when analysed. NTSB investigator Elias Cole notices. Every passenger manifest lists one extra name that no one remembers. The cockpit windshield is shattered from the inside. Part 2. The Imposters, 20 pages. That's 1 week later, survivors return. Verlieven passengers reappear. At their homes with no memory of the flight. Identical birthmarks engaged shaped like airplane windows. Elias discovers. The survivors weigh exactly 17 lbs less than before. Their family photos slowly erase them over days. But the revelation. Flight 828 didn't crash. It crossed into somewhere else. These aren't survivors. They're what came back wearing skin. Video. Part 3. The Other Flight, 10 pages. Elias tracks the truth. A retired air marshal reveals ghost flights have happened since the 1940s. The FAA has a classified shadow fleet of planes that only appear on radar during solar storms. Final clue. A child's drawing from Flight 828 shows the plane flying into a mouth in the clouds. Venkaton Chitadi. Epilogue. The Replacements, 5 pages. 3 months later, the survivors have vanished one by one. Each disappearance preceded by static-filled phone calls, playing the flight's last words. 17 lbs of ash appearing in their beds. Final panel. A new plane takes off, with all 11 survivors aboard as crew. This. Why this works. 1. Real aviation mysteries. Based on actual disappearances, MH370, Flight 19, uses real NTSB procedures turned sinister. 2. Body horror. The mercury liquid is melted human consciousness. 17 lbs. Average human soul weight in occult lore. 3. Cosmic dread. Implies an entire shadow aviation system operating beyond our perception. Prologue. The First Crack. 5 pages. Himalayan foothills, Nepal, present day. Motu. Dr. Anika Patel monitors abnormal soil readings. These seismic sensors detect rhythmic vibration. 47-second intervals. Satellite images show the mountainside Ben Nundatiu. Bleeding dark liquid that evaporates by dawn. Local Sherpas abandon the area, whispering what was the mountain that remembers. BS. Part 1. The Slide, 15 pages. Monsoon season, the disaster begins. 300 million tons. of rock and mud engulf the valley, but the debris flow moves against gravity up neighbouring slopes. Survivors report humanoid shapes running ahead of the collapse. Rescue teams discover preserved corpses from a 1934 expedition perfectly intact in the fresh mud. A man-made tunnel system, exposed by the slide, walls covered in Hashtuhin. Sanskrit warnings. Part 2. What the Earth Remembers, 20 pages. Daytons. Inside the uncovered caverns, Annika's team finds a buried Hindu temple in with statues of Ahan, a many-armed goddess no texts mention. Modern climbing gear. Dated 2022, but the temple was sealed for centuries. Their radios pick up sheer distress calls from their own voices. But the revelation. The mountain tour plays past disasters like a recording. The landslide victims aren't dead. They're trapped in geological time loops. Part 3. The Sacrifice. 10 pages. The mountain demands balance. The team realizes with each disaster corrects an imbalance. Too many climbers, mining, etc. The 1934 expedition triggered this cycle by stealing temple artifacts. Final choice: to return the stolen idol, trapping themselves in the cycle. Or let the mountain case take the nearby village instead. The epilogue. The new slope. 5 pages. 1 year later. The official report calls it a tragic geological event, but trekkers now report handprints forming in dry soil, voices coming from solid rock, GPS devices showing altitudes that don't exist. Final panel. The mountain's new face looks disturbingly like Dr. Patel.